Hello, this is me playing DayZ, day 3. Pretty exciting. This is my guy. Check out his mustache and his AK. I just thought I'd record a little bit of gameplay and show you what's up. So this is my gear. As you can see, I've got an AK, pretty sweet AK, my Makarov here, and I've got some mags for both. These guys over here are bandages. They're very useful if you start bleeding, which is denoted by that blood drop down in the bottom right. If that's got a flashing cross on it, then you're going to bleed out unless you sort yourself out. As you can see up here, I've got 3 cans of food, a can of Coke, some painkillers, and a couple of flasks of water as well, water bottles. So I reckon I've probably at the moment got enough food and drink to let me survive for maybe a day or so, something like that. So at the moment my priority is to try and get myself some matches, which will enable me to start fires, because I have everything else I need to be able to kill animals, gut them, and chop wood, and then eventually cook the animal meat, which gets you a lot more blood than, what is that? It's just a bit of a tree or something, I think. Sorry, that's going to happen a lot, me suddenly stopping and shitting myself, because as you probably read, if you come across other players in this game and they get the jump on you and they're not friendly, which most of the time is the case, then you're basically dead. Most of the weapons are sort of 1 or 2 shot kills. It's based on Arma 2, obviously, which is supposed to be a very realistic military simulator. So yeah, hence the quick deaths. I'm currently at 8,500 blood, which you can see in the debug monitor in the top right there, out of 12,000. The problem with being on slightly low on blood like that is that it makes it easier for me to be knocked unconscious, and if zombies knock you unconscious, for example, then you can't do anything and they eat you. So unless you're with a buddy, which obviously I'm not at the moment, although I hope to be soon, then you're pretty much fucked. Basically most scenarios in this game end up with you being pretty much fucked, which I guess is part of what makes it so fun. Oh, I should explain, I just went into the map screen there so I could see where I was. I'm here, the survivor dude, and that's not something that you start with. It is actually gear that you pick up, that you put down here in your tools section, along with my watch, hatchet and light there. Oh, I thought I had a combat knife, a hunting knife. I guess I don't have a hunting knife. Huh, okay, well maybe I couldn't skin animals then. So I also need a knife. I need a knife and matches. Anyway, at the moment, what my plan is for this video is to get over to this area here. I don't know if you can see this cursor moving around, but basically the north of this green mountain area, because I believe there's a deer stand there, so I'm going to go and check that out. There should be hopefully some loot there, maybe some weapons, maybe some ammo, and there'll probably be some zombies to kill as well. So just wanted to give you guys a bit of an intro into the game so you can see what's up, and you know, if the video turns out okay, then I might just film when it's getting interesting every now and again, or when I think it might be getting interesting, post that, so then you know you can follow me in that way, because typing out all that shit's really time consuming, because I'm not a very fast typer. So yeah, although I'm sure you have been enjoying my writing style. This is actually my second attempt at this video, and the sound levels are all wrong, so I'm hoping that this one's going to be better. In the first video I explained that at the moment I'm crouch running, and you can either be crouching, standing, or prone like this, and They determine how much noise you make and how visible you are to zombies and people. And you can tell that by the ear and the eye on the right hand side there. So hold on a second. What's that? There's a big building here. I might come and check that out in a minute. I don't know if you can see right next to the ear and eye, when I turn like this, on the right hand side of my screen there's sort of a little faint blob. I think that denotes an enemy or a player or something. Aha! Shit, there's like orange things. I think that's where the deer stand is, where those two orange markers are. So I think those orange markers mean zombies. So I'm going to stay prone for a bit here. If it's other players, then you might see me wimp out and log out, because obviously I'm not hard enough to take on other guys at the moment. I think they pretty much do me if I kill one of them. To be honest, I'd quite like to be able to cooperate with other people, and I haven't killed a player yet. I've had opportunities, I've seen other guys, but so far I haven't killed anyone, because that's not really how I want to play. And I think all the people who are sort of just logging on and playing it like a Battlefield deathmatch or something, I don't think they're really playing in the spirit of the game. And at the moment there's nothing to stop you doing that. There's no disincentive. There used to be a bandit system where your character actually changed appearance when you killed too many other players, and then it made it obvious that that was what you were doing, and so then other players would kill you on sight more readily if you look like that, if you look like a bandit. But they took that out of the game, so now there's no way to tell. Currently there's no way to tell whether another player kills other players or not, and I think that's something they're looking into. So you can see there, that's the deer stand I'm after. I'm probably being a little over cautious here, crawling all the way from this distance, but I've had some pretty shitty experiences with randomly dying in this game so far, and it's just made me ultra cautious basically, which is why this is happening the way it is. And it might look really boring, and I hope it doesn't, and it might be very difficult to portray through this video, but it's unlike any game I've ever played, and I could prone crawl through forests all day in this game, honestly, because it's so intense. You know, it's not scary per se, it's just that you know that at any moment you could die, and that really adds to the tension. So there's a little crawling zombie there, and that guy's like a walking policeman zombie. You get to recognise them pretty easily just from the way they look, and identify them as not being players from the way they're moving and stuff. And players are normally moving a little bit more, sort of, obviously, deliberately. So I'm going to climb up this ladder here and hope for a bit of loot. Everyone cross their fingers. So you roll the mouse wheel in order to do most things in the game. Select a climb ladder up there, and there's nothing up here, so that's shit. I haven't actually been having that much luck with deer stands recently. I don't know whether I've looted too many of them recently and the game is somehow recognising that and not giving me such good loot drops as a result, or whether it's just bad luck, or whether I happen to have been following other players around without knowing it and they've been getting to the stuff first. I genuinely have no idea. So as you can see, I was pretty confident there was no zombies around there, and I just wanted to really get away from that area, so I did a little bit of crouch running. Get prone. So you can see there's no marks on my ear or my eye now, so I'm totally invisible to zombies. Part 2 of the video, I guess. Hopefully it's still doing the thing. It cuts out every 10 minutes because I haven't paid for this software yet. So anyway, I'm still in the map here. I believe there is another there's another deer stand, sorry, sort of the top right hand corner of the Green Mountain area, so I'm going to try that one and see how I get on. I really do want to show you a bit of loot, and I am loath to kill anything when I haven't got any loot out of it, because it just feels like a bit of a waste of ammo, and ammo is kind of at a premium in this game. Me and Sam saw Dean Rocket Hall, who is the guy who designed the mod, at Rezzed when we went to that the other weekend, and someone asked him a question about currency system in the game, and he said, you know, he didn't think it really fit with the lore or whatever, and he just wanted to let players get on with it as and when they did. But I think it would be really interesting if people started setting up their own currency system, maybe with ammo. You know, you could maybe if someone got really well tooled up and a good crew together, they could set themselves up in a city and maybe set up a shop or something, and have people come and work for them and trade with them for ammo and food and stuff like that they need. You know, if they set up in a supermarket or something where all the food spawned, and kind of got a monopoly on that, and got other players to said that they had to trade them for ammo or something. I can totally see something like that happening in this game. In fact, if you don't see a story along those lines relatively soon, I'd be quite surprised. Anyway, I think that's probably what we should do. So there should be another deer stand around here somewhere. I don't see anything at the moment. Sometimes they're really hard to spot. I'm using a online map that points out the locations of these deer stands. There's not normally any way of telling where they are, so it's kind of cheating, but I want some good gear, so I don't really care. Okay, I bet I've walked past it and you can see it on the video, and I've totally missed it. I can't see anything. Normally a good way of spotting the deer stands is when you spot the zombies, because they're normally wandering around actually near the stands themselves. And I'm going to venture out to the tree line here. Aha! Spotted it. Okay. So I totally did walk past it, and I bet you can see that on the replay of the video, and I look like a total retard. But it's quite difficult to concentrate on the game and talk at the same time, so maybe you'll forgive me for that. Okay, I think I can get relatively close here. I don't see any zombies, or infected, or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to go prone now. Really hoping for some decent gear this time. And I promise if I get any loot out of this, then I will shoot some zombies in celebration. Even though it's a little risky, because if there are any players nearby, they would obviously be able to hear the shots, and it might attract them to my position. But I want to try and make the video interesting at least. So there's a zombie. I'm really looking forward to some of you guys joining me, because I think it would probably make the game a lot easier if you were able to sort of cover each other's backs. I think it would extend your life in the game quite considerably, because at the moment, unless you're really lucky, if you get caught with some zombies, and it normally means death unless you've got loads of ammo. Okay, right, this is really starting to piss me off now. I swear to God, that's like the 4th or 5th deer stand I've been to in a row with absolutely no loot in it at all. So that's annoying. I think I'm gonna try and check out the buildings in the middle of this hill. See what I can see there, because it's still got the cover of the forests, which is quite nice. Yeah, maybe it's a bug or something, I don't know, but the deer stands used to be really good for loot. Maybe maybe they've sort of realised that and reduced the chances of loot spawning there or something, which would be really annoying because you don't start with a gun, and seems to be the only really reliable way of getting a weapon is to raid deer stands. I mean, I've got my Makarov from the supermarket actually, which I've raided a couple of times now, which is ultra risky because there's shitloads of zombies around and it's right in the middle of a town. But you do get some really good loot out of the supermarkets. I found the map there, I found this backpack there. It's pretty much one of the only places I've found any food so far, so it's kind of essential, although I haven't really raided that many civilian buildings, so maybe that's where I'm going wrong, I don't know. So there's like this big old tower thing here. I don't know what that's going to have in it. Worth having a look, I suppose. I'm about 6 minutes into this section of the video, so should have time to have a quick look around here. And if nothing interesting happens, then I might call it, and post it, as it were. See what kind of reaction it gets, and then maybe do it again, and maybe never do it again, because I can't stand the sound of my own voice. I'm not sure. So this looks like a radio antenna, abandoned radio antenna of some kind, which is interesting. I'm assuming it's going to spawn zombies, which is why I'm crawling up to it. I can't see anything at the moment. It's interesting, it's more difficult to see in the game when you're facing the sun. If the sun's quite low in the sky like it is now, the world sort of gets a bit darker. So if I'm looking over here, it's a lot easier to see, and when I'm looking over here, everything sort of gets a bit silhouetted. I don't know if that's something I might be able to fudge with the video settings. I'm not sure, but it does make life a little difficult sometimes. Okay, I can see something moving there. Whoa. A shitload of zombies. Okay, I'm going to try and do some stealth moving around them, but if they spot me, I'm going to have to try and run into one of these buildings, hope that they don't hit me, and try and take them out one by one. If you're in a building, they suddenly start moving a lot slower. They can only sort of walk when they're in a building, whereas when they've spotted you out in the open, they proper run after you, like 28 Days Later style screaming. Just stop and listen for a second. I'm going to try going round, because it seemed like there was a shitload of them around that side. You can hold Alt, left Alt, and move the mouse to free look without moving your guy around, which is a really useful little tip. And enter on the numpad changes between first and third person views. You always start in first person, so that's quite an essential thing to know about. I've got a feeling the video is going to run out in a minute, so I might have to have another little break, but I will start it up again if it happens. This fence looks like it covers the whole perimeter here, so I can see zombies. I mean, hear zombies. That red chain symbol there with a crack through it means that I don't have a very good connection, so I also might crash out in a second. If that happens, I apologise, and I will try and start it again. Oh, it's gone, so that's good. Tim was killed, apparently. Okay, 20 seconds left of this section of the video. There's a hole in the fence there, I don't think I can get through it though. I might speed some of this up if it takes too long. if my video editing skills are up to it. This building actually looks... And we're back. Yeah, so as I was saying, this building actually looks quite interesting. I don't know why there's all this fencing and walling around it. I'm hoping that that means that there's something awesome in there. I actually think this would be a really cool place to set up a little base. You know, you could have quite a good view of the surrounding area, and we're near to a lot of deer stands, if the deer stands actually turn out to be good again. So you can probably get some ammo and stuff from there. We are quite close to a big town with a supermarket and stuff in it as well, so you don't have to go too far to get supplies, etc. I don't think I can get through that hole in the fence either. Let's keep moving. You can always skip forward in the video yourself, so maybe I won't speed it up. Shit, I'm gonna go all the way around this fucking building, aren't I? I guess this was the wrong choice, but hopefully I will have given those zombies a bit of time to spread out, because there was just like 4 of them all stood next to each other. And I didn't fancy trying to creep right past them, so maybe this will have given them a bit of time. So the dots on the right hand side of the screen definitely mean zombies. I don't know if you can see that, the very right hand side of the screen, there's sort of faint dots, like almost like lens flare or little, I don't know what you call it, like dandelion seeds or something. So that means there's a shitload of zombies to my right. I wonder whether the map shows them. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to risk shooting them yet, but once I'm inside I might have a pop at them. Because as I said, they move a lot slower inside, so I think that's actually quite a good tactic. If you're near an open building, to get indoors and then let them come to you, choke them in the doorway. Still don't see any. Choke them in the doorway and then take them out one by one. See, with the AK, you can normally take them out with one. Fuck. They are dead zombies. Okay, there's other zombies there who aren't dead, but they are dead zombies. That might mean there's a player. That was a rabbit. That rabbit just opened that door. Fuck. Okay guys, this could go seriously bad. This is like a fucking massacre area. Okay, I'm going to try and get in here. Wow, okay, so it looks like these soldiers from this Humvee or something, I guess. I'll try and climb in here. Okay, there's a ladder up, let's climb up here. Oh, I quite like this area all of a sudden. It's made my video a lot more interesting, so I'm quite happy about that. As I'm sure you guys are. As you can see, my food and drink meters are starting to get a little red here. Might have to eat quite soon. Hopefully I'll find some food around here somewhere, because I am in desperate need of that. Okay. There's another ladder there. Let's go out here first. Okay. Nothing, no loot or anything here. So there's some zombies. I mean, I could probably pop a lot of these guys from here, but I might attract all their attention, and I'm not sure I want to do that at the moment. Can I get up this ladder? Oh, maybe not. Okay. No entry for something. Don't really know what that means. Did I walk past another door out here? guess that's all there is to this tower. Huh. Okay, a bit disappointing. Let's climb back down. I was, to be honest, expecting something quite good from that. How long have I got? 5 minutes left of this video section. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now there's got to be another building around here somewhere that I can get into. Hopefully. Not sure about that one. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. I really feel like there should be more loot here than this. These dead soldiers don't appear to have anything on them. Really looks like the sort of area that should have some military loot, you know? Here flies normally means a dead survivor. Maybe it's just because of this massive pile of corpses here. Pretty gross. This looks like a backpack. Open the assault pack. Yes, that's what I want to do. Right, it's empty. And it's the same size as my backpack, so there's no point in taking it. Look around here. Can't get in that building. Might be able to get in this one. No. Surprised this truck doesn't have something to give me. Oh, this building over here. This is really my last option. Nope. Nothing round here. Huh, okay, well, obviously I'm not having very much luck with loot in this video. My guy's starting to get hungry and thirsty, and I don't seem to be able to come across anything particularly good, so I don't know, bad times, bad times. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Go prone again, because I'm pretty sure there's a shitload of zombies out here. Third one then, in fact. Probably die now. I'll really put the icing on the cake. One right there. Hopefully he hasn't seen me. There's one there as well. Fuck. See me now, I'm kind of in trouble. Yep, totally seen me. Okay, I'm gonna run for it. Fuck. Okay, right. This is bad. This is very bad. Okay, how much of the video have I got left? 15 seconds. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the video back on in 15 seconds time, well probably 5 seconds time now. And then hopefully I'm going to be able to film me killing these zombies, otherwise the whole thing's been a total waste of time. Okay, video's back on. Hopefully this has all worked. Right, There's one zombie there. Okay, here's my plan. Fuck, I'm running towards the deer stand. Okay, here's my plan. I am going to... I've got my AKM set to semi-automatic. I'm going to wait until I've got a bit of a clear moment and I'm going to swing it around and pop this guy right in the chest. Okay? This is pretty fucking intense because honestly one hit from him could knock me unconscious and then I'm dead. Like totally dead. So ready? Here we go. Here we go. Fuck, no, that didn't work. Okay, get a better grip, get a better grip. There we go. Alright, running backward. Right, go prone. And he has an empty tin can on him. Fucking great. Whew. Well, that was pretty fucking intense. I seem to have got away with it though. Yeah. Well, there you have it. I guess, seeing as those deer stands turned out to be fucking terrible, I might try a barn next, which I know there's a barn in this sort of area. Again, I don't know if you can see this cursor or not. So I guess I can pretty much head straight to get to that, so I'm going to do that. Whew. I think this is going to be the last section of the video, so I hope you've enjoyed it. If there's anything you want to see me do, or anything like that, or anything you want me to explain or whatever, then post it in the comments and I will try and address it in my next video. If I do one. I need a sip of beer. God, I am seriously stressed out now. I can't believe only one of them chased me. I kind of got away quite easily, I feel. And he didn't touch me. No blood taken. But this is another thing actually. When you're under attack, when you're being chased by zombies and stuff, your guy starts like, gets an adrenaline rush. And it means that he gets hungry and thirsty a lot quicker. So, yeah, I'm going to start getting a lot hungrier. I'm going to have to eat soon. And I've only got 3 cans of food. And I don't know, I think at the beginning of this video it was probably green, so you can tell it really only takes like an hour or so before you need to eat, especially if you're running everywhere, which I am, because I don't want to walk everywhere because it's too slow. So yeah, I'm coming up against a bit of a food problem at the moment. I need a bit more of a crew to roll with, and then we can properly scavenge some shit. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Let's have a look. Okay, it should be coming up to the tree line soon. I need to turn right. I'll see if I can get a look at this barn and see how many zombies there are, because it should just be across the field. I'll probably poke my head out of this tree line and get sniped. Ugh. I figure like as long as you keep moving, it would be, and you're in the woods, it would be pretty unlikely for you to get killed. Can't get a very good view from there, because you know, even if someone did happen to randomly spot you, they probably wouldn't be able to. I mean, they probably wouldn't be in a position to shoot you unless you were fucking around doing something. And it's a massive map. And I feel like I'm in kind of a remote area. I'm not really near any of the major cities or anything like that, so I feel relatively safe in terms of other players. And my main threat is starvation at the moment, I think. Because obviously I've got my wicked AK, which took care of that guy pretty easily. Although I did use probably 4 too many bullets than I needed to, but itchy trigger finger and all that. Okay. Should pretty much be facing it. You hold right click to zoom in. I think that's it over there. Or maybe it's not a barn, maybe it's like a warehouse type building. Not sure. Anyway, I think it's worth a look. There might be some food in it. Maybe. Maybe a different sidearm. I don't know. Quite often have rifles and things in there, you know, like Winchesters and that sort of thing, which are definitely good for a starting weapon. But I feel like I've got enough ammo for this AK that it's worth keeping over anything like that at the moment. So I have 24 rounds in this clip, and then at least another 2 clips. I think it says 3 in the top right corner, but I'm pretty sure one of those is basically empty. So that's another thing. It's not like an ammo pool. Oh, here it is. Okay, I think this is. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so I was looking at the wrong building. I got attacked by zombies last time I was at this building, so might try and be a little bit more careful this time. Get to the edge of the tree line here. Okay, so there's Jamie from Mythbusters with his beret. Get down in this grass and start crawling. See, the good thing is if they spot me here, then I should be able to get into the barn, which is a lot easier. It's a lot easier to kill them in the barn than it is using my running backwards in the forest method, which I've perfected, as you can tell. But it is pretty intense doing it that way, and it doesn't always work. I did it with two rounds in a Makarov clip once, and unloaded right into the guy's chest, but he didn't go down. He still kept chasing me, so I had to reload whilst running backwards, and then I ended up emptying another clip into him, which did do the job in the end. There's a creeping zombie there. See, they tend to sort of come in your direction a bit, which is really disconcerting. Anyway, yeah, the second magazine killed him, but it felt like a big old waste of ammo. So yeah, I haven't been very impressed with the Makarov so far, especially compared to the power of my AK. Right, I seem to have managed to avoid him, I think. He was making some nasty grunting noises, but I think I got away with it. Here we are, in the barn. So this is a good place to find wood and hatchets. I'm going to switch to crouch walking now. So there's normally loot behind those boxes, and there's normally loot around this other side as well, and also up on the top floors. Now I really haven't seen any loot for quite a long time, and I am starting to think that something might be bugged. Either that, or I am literally following the footsteps of another player who is going to every location I'm planning to go directly. Oh no, here we go. Cool. So, looks like a bandage and a can of Coke. They're certainly useful. Anything else around there? No. And there's a hatchet, although I already have a hatchet, so I don't need that. I'll bring open my gear here, and open my backpack. So I don't really have any space at the moment. So what I will do is I will drink a can of Coke and replace it with that one. So now my drink symbol is green, so that's good. There's also these pellets. They're not really useful for me. Okay, shit, I totally don't know how long I haven't been recording for, but I found some food and drink in this barn. That's really annoying. I don't know how long that's been like that for. Ha. Okay, well obviously I'm going to find out in a minute when I watch the videos back, so it might be really retarded, and I apologise for that. Basically, yeah, I got a can of pasta and a new water canteen from this barn, which is a bit of a result, because that's exactly what I was after. So now I'm going to try and make it back to the tree line, I think, without alerting any of these zombies, which could be interesting. And once I make it back there, I will call it a video and log off, because I have finally found some loot. I was determined to find some loot before the end, and I have done that. As I was actually starting to think that the game had bugged and I was never ever going to find any more loot ever again. I'll probably do a bit of a Google search after this to see if I can read some forum posts and find out whether they've nerfed the deer stands, because it's getting a bit ridiculous. I mean, I've literally come across 4 or 5 of them without finding anything now. And I mean nothing, you know, not even crap. Literally nothing. So that would be disappointing if they had fucked with that, but what can you do, eh? So yeah, I'm going to get back into the woods here and then call it a day. Feeling a little bit more confident now. Got 4 cans of food instead of 3 cans of food, and my food icon isn't actually flashing yet, so I can survive for a little bit longer in DayZ. Although it did cost me 6 rounds of AK ammo, which is not ideal. And I'm never going back to that fucking radio tower again, because that was a massive waste of time. Just find a safe spot here. I like to try and get away from the buildings a bit, because you don't want to... I mean, you log back on exactly where you logged off, so I don't like the idea of logging back on and a zombie being right on top of me and me dying instantly. Or, you know, being right next to a player or something, so I tend to try and get into the woods a bit. Yeah. Find some bush. See where I am. Yeah. Get right in the thick of it here. See, it might be that I spawned within like 100 meters of all of those deer stands I explored, and therefore nothing spawned there or something? I don't know. It's a mod and it's an alpha, so I guess you kind of have to excuse it a little bit. Right, this looks like a nice little spot amongst these fallen trees here. Although the textures on them are horrible. So we go prone. Have one last little look at the map. Yeah, right in the middle of this forest. And I'm going to call it a day. So thanks for watching.